Yo, welcome back. Last time we fucking spent 2 hours and a half investigating for the trial in chapter 6. It was really long and we mostly talked about things we already knew or just repeated ourselves a lot. But now we're here. I mean, like I said last time, I'm not even gonna bother like making a theory for all this, because like, come on, like what do you want me to say about this? The fucking AI, virtual world, luck, divine luck, simulation, fucking. I don't know what you want me to say here. It is what it is, yeah. Okay, let me just go over the evidence real quick, just so I know what everything is. Yeah. Dude, the reset code and the administrator code and the emergency escape code are all completely different things, by the way. Don't confuse them. All completely different. Wait, is it, yeah, okay. How is this relevant? How are the twins relevant? Dude, this is... I'm fucking losing brain cells reading this, man. Mikado's ultimate purpose is the resurrection of Utsuro by putting artificially created divine luck into Yuki Maeda's body to awaken Utsuro from within. Okay, man. Sure. Okay, let's just fucking start, man. Wait, are my skills all good? Get this. Can get this as well. Okay, that should be good. But yeah, remove this skill. This skill is actually griefing. It actually makes it harder because you're way too fast. Nothing else I can get. Yeah, okay, whatever. Alright, let's go. Hello everyone, welcome to the final class trial. Given the disappearance of our original host, Monokuro, I, Mikado Sonoji, will be in charge of the explanation here. In the previous class trials, there was a murder case, and the goal was to figure out who had done it. However, in this class trial, we will discuss the truth of everything. If you manage to figure out this truth during the trial, it will end. This long tale scroll trip will finally end, and each of you will return to your daily lives. What are you talking about? What's so confusing about that? I don't believe those words. You're just trying to use me to resurrect Utsuro. Discovering the truth is pointless in this nonsense trial. Pointless. Huh? I've already told everyone else, but this class trial is an important process and the last stage of my plan. Isn't it good to have a final trial to resolve all of the doubts you may have? Or would you rather I kill somebody and we discuss the murder of that? No thanks. Yuki, it's okay. I don't know what he's up to, but we know you're still alive and Mikado's plan isn't complete yet. So there's still a chance we can win. There's still hope. I'm just as surprised as you can. When this is over, we'll all get to return to our daily lives. How long are you gonna keep that life for? I'm not lying. I'm being honest with you here. Nobody else has to die. I'm not some psycho serial killer like Kanade. Don't besmirch her noble name. Killing is no longer necessary. It's weird to hear you say that after everything we've been through. If your plan is successful, my body will belong to Utsuro. So how can I go back to my daily life if I don't have a body? Yuki, don't worry. Thanks to the people who died in the Killing Skull trip, the conditions for a happy ending have already been met. If everything goes as planned, all of you should have died. If everything had gone as I planned, all of you should have died. Thanks to the intervention of the Kisaragi Foundation, an unexpected Plan B had to be established. Although it's surprising, this Plan B is a peaceful plan where everybody wins. Excuse me, Mikado, but could you be so kind as to tell us where to start? Could you just shut up? Yura brings up a good point. Where do we start? Whether Mikado's words are true or not, it doesn't change the fact that we're stuck in this place. That's true. Mikado, I don't care if you're lying to us or not. But where should we start? Should we start by clearing up what we found like usual? Oh, good idea, Sora. Yes, everybody knows a little something different about my plans from their individual investigation. But before we discuss anything else, let's start with talking about Teruya. Teruyu's case was mostly solved in the last trial. However, there's one thing that has not been solved. The truth of Teruyu's death. The death of Teruya holds an important secret that relates to the entire Killing Skull trip itself. Yeah, because he was a human firewall. Let me repeat that. He was a human firewall. That's what was going on. Yeah. We're discussing that first? Wait, what's wrong, Yuki? I didn't get a chance to investigate, so what do I do? I was just trapped here the whole time. I don't know anything, so how am I supposed to join in? Hush, little Yuki. This class trial is an abnormal one. I expected such a rebuttal from you. Huh? You just need to quietly sit in the bus and listen. Okay, yay! In this class trial, no, in my plan, you're my special piece. I have to give you the deluxe treatment. What? Don't worry, Yuki. Me and Sora found out a surprising amount of information when we investigated. It'll be just like before. We've got this. So this class trial is just to explain things to Yuki. Wow, you've all been working hard whilst I've been trapped in this place. Sorry, guys. We're talking about the death of Teruya. Everything starts from here. I don't know what this trial means, but there's no way around but true. No way around but true. Right now I need to figure out what Mikado's planning by playing along. The investigation is over. It's time for the trial. I'll save everyone. Yeah, I need a tutorial right now. In chapter 6 for how a non-sub debate works. Please explain it to me. Is Tears Dread really that important to the case? Ooh, there's more. Oh, I skipped a line there. There's more to it than that. Aren't you the culprit? Teruya died because someone poisoned him, right? That's why we did this in the last trial. Our reasoning was correct. Oh, okay, my bad. Teruya's death wasn't just a murder. I mean, yeah. Kinda killed himself, I guess is what he's saying. I guess you want me to shoot it wasn't just a murder? Or... Okay, you want me to shoot the other statement? Sure, whatever. I mean, he was poisoned. It's not like... whatever. Whatever. No, Yuki, the poison was prepared by Mikado, however, he willingly digested it. Teruya poisoned himself. What? What are you talking about? You're saying that he willingly ate poisoned food himself? Exactly. That's crazy. During our investigation, Sora and I found CCTV footage of Teruya recorded in the control room. There was a video of when Mikado and Iroha kidnapped Teruya. The control room, what's that? Do you remember the locked room in the second floor of the Monokers? Teruya was tied up. After seeing the rice that Iroha brought him, he discovered the poison inside. I saw it. He put the poisoned food in his own mouth. Correct. Teruya wasn't killed. He chose to die himself. However, I was the one who put the poison in the food in the first place. What? Why did he do that? So I said that on the 5th hour, and Teruya activated his reset code and got his memories back. So why would he kill himself? I don't understand. About that. Why did Teruya choose to die? Why did he eat the food even though he knew it was poison? I need to think. Firewall. Oh, not this fucking minigame. Oh my god. I mean, the answer is firewall. My memory's bad, I guess. I can't remember all of this in that short of time. Okay. Okay, wait. Firewall is just tree, is just, again, that's not right. Because firewall is only going to be tree cards. Because, like, RRE and the whole word wall are just one card. So what does it say? It says it's probably something firewall. Stop the firewall? No. Fucking... Terra. Human firewall. Human firewall. Okay. I got it. Yeah, that... Dude, I got so mad at that fucking plot point last time. This is so fucking stupid. Why did Teruya choose to die? That's because Teruya's body was being used for something. Used for something. The very existence of Teruya is a firewall that blocks access to the real world for some reason. When the killing sculpture first started, Teruya and Race showed up in front of us. Do you remember? Ray was turned into a pile of ash and Teruya was sent flying by my magic spell. After that happened, I modified the data of the unconscious Teruya for some reason. So you turned him into a firewall for some reason? And what exactly do you mean by he blocks access to the real world? To put it simply, as long as Teruya's heart is beating, nobody from the outside world can interfere with Tsurushima for some reason. What? That's crazy. Didn't you think it was strange how nobody from the outside came to save you all? Teruya kept patiently saying that the Kisagi Foundation would come to help. Even after you all figured out that Ray was still alive, the Foundation never came to help. It wasn't that they didn't want to help, it was that they couldn't. And shortly after Teruya died, we were able to escape into the outside world. You all went into the outside world? In the class trial, you lost consciousness during the execution too, right? That was because our connection to the virtual world was lost. But why didn't I leave? I was still stuck here. In your case, I prepared some preventative measures in case of an emergency. I manipulated Yuki's code so that even if the virtual world crashes for an unknown reason, it would stay under my control. Man, it sure would have been useful if you just copy-pasted that code to the others, all 16 of us, you know, but whatever. This is why Yuki remained in the virtual world. What? Damn you. Don't get annoyed, Sora. Sora didn't leave either. In Sora's case, her body on the outside is dead, so it's slightly different to your case, Yuki. Wait, Sora can't go out in the real world? About that, we'll talk about it later. We need to focus on the trial. Sora. Anyway, Teruya realized that the Kisaragi Foundation could save everyone if he died. He understood Mikado's plan entirely and decided to willingly eat the poisoned food and kill himself. And that is why Teruya died. Congratulations, that is the correct answer. Even a little look into it and you'd see something strange. Teruya truly was an idiot. He shouldn't have eaten the food given from the enemy. I was willing to kill Teruya either way. He just made it so I didn't even have to do anything myself. He really did all that? Teruya sacrificed himself to remove the firewall? I think it's amazing. Is it? It's something I couldn't even do. It was a meaningful sacrifice. But the two member of the Kisaragi Foundation you believed in so much couldn't even finish the job. The Kisaragi Foundation is doing their best. Please don't be too harsh on them, Yuki. If it wasn't for my luck, the fight would have ended with the Foundation's victory. Teruya's sacrifice was indeed significant. Thanks to him, your life was saved. Please be considerate. Could you just shut up? Well, I was only trying to help. I find something strange. Why aren't the Foundation members participating in the discussion? Irua and Siobai too. This is getting boring. It's like my precious guests aren't even here. Shut it. I guess Yuri really didn't mean anything to them. How insensitive. What if you checked the video in the control room, right? Did you both feel nothing watching that? I have no intention of participating in this crazy trial. I have an idea of what you're trying to achieve by doing this. Until we reach that stage, my participation isn't needed in this pointless discussion. I see. I'll ask you this. Why did you choose Teruya? I don't quite understand. Why did you force Teruya into this council school trip instead of me? From your point of view, would it really matter which one of us participated in this game? Because Teruya's an idiot. Right, isn't it obvious? Teruya's a moron. Yeah, true, that's what I'm saying. Sticker. Oh, cough cough, I'm sorry, I have a cold. However, even if you participated, right, the result would not have changed thanks to the power of divine luck. But it would make the process significantly easier if I include someone who's an idiot. I see. It was idiotic of me to ask. It's still going to be difficult either way. Even if there's guests here, the participation amount is still too low. If this keeps up, I'll have no choice but to force open your mouths. That means it's time for the truth of the Killing Skull trip you've all been waiting for. Why is nobody responding, Ira? What? Oh, yeah. Before we discuss more, I'd like to hear something from Yuki. Huh? Me? I must help Yuki who didn't participate in the investigation. This is the director of the Kisaragi Foundation, the former ultimate policeman, Tsurugi Kinjo. If you're the leader of the Kisaragi Foundation, you're the most important person here. Yuki, what do you think of Mr. Kinjo here? Oh, the Kisaragi Foundation was a little too late to save us, but I think they were trying to help us from the outside. Were they trying to save you? Is that really true? What if I told you that everyone's death was all the leader of the Kisaragi Foundation's fault? What? Mikado might not be lying. I know the truth about Tsurugi. What did Tsurugi do? This minigame already? My problem with all these case 6, okay, that's not my, like the one problem, it's one amongst many. But I feel like we're not even figuring out anything during trial. We're literally just saying what the evidence says it says. Like, we're not figuring out stuff. And also it's completely fucking stupid, but you know. Where is Tsurugi Kinjo the cause of everyone's death? Because he withheld information. Man, I miss the surfing and in the digital space that Hajime did in Danganronpa 2. What information did Tsurugi Kinjo hide? The identity of the spy. I can make it look like I don't have Yuri's skill if I don't just keep moving. Oh, what the fuck? That was scary. The red is instant kill, so. Why did Tsurugi Kinjo hide this information? To prevent it from getting leaked because a member of Void is prevented from getting leaked. I mean, to be fair, Tyria would have definitely leaked that shit because he's a fucking idiot. So that's it. You're talking about what Tsurugi hid about the spy, right? Yes, still as sharp as always, Sora. What are you talking about? A spy? Hidden information? Tsurugi, no, the entire Kisaragi Foundation has been tracking Mikado down for a long time. However, Mikado was hard to find, and in the process, Tsurugi made a bold move to turn the tides. He planted a spy. A spy? Who is it, do you know? The spy that Tsurugi planted in order to locate Mikado. If I recall, it was... Shiobaya Ashimoto. He's the spy inside of Void who is working for the Kisaragi Foundation. No way, Shiobaya's the spy? He's not just a spy. Originally, he was on Mikado's side and working for Void as their collaborator. But he was also hired by the Kisaragi Foundation. So in other words, he was a double agent. Working for Void and the Kisaragi Foundation at the same time? So he's the collaborator Nika mentioned in the Tower of Babel. That's right. That information was also confirmed by Iro herself. Stop right there, Kanitara. Huh? I'm not going to deny that I hid the information, but it was a sacrifice that needed to be made also. That information couldn't have been in the clues that Mikado Synergy left for us. So how exactly do you know that? I told her. Excuse me? Got a problem with that? Wake up, Psycho Cop. How long are you going to be this stubborn? Your damn pride isn't important right now. Your plan, which you have been preparing years for, has failed. You have to try something else. Even if you're right, I don't know what it has to do with exchanging information with those people. If they know the truth, would it even change the result? The result might not be that different, but there are other possibilities, including one that could potentially lead us to hope. I'm not going to blindly follow your orders anymore. I've had enough of you. I'm working on my own now. Your one plan has failed. If you'd have just told me what's going on, it could have helped. You owed the Foundation a lot. Wait, they're both part of the Kisaragi Foundation, right? So why are they both fighting? Didn't I tell you? Everyone's death is a result of Tsurugi's actions. The espionage plan was not created by the Kisaragi Foundation as a whole, just by the leaders selfishly alone. It's no different than Tsurugi killing Tsurugi himself. If you'd have just told us, even just a little, we might have been able to find a way to save him. Not only that, Tsurugi was in contact with Shiobaya, meaning he knew that the King's Skull Trip was about to take place. Even though a lot of innocent people would die, Tsurugi simply tolerated it all. How morbid. No way. But why did you even hide it from the Foundation in the first place? He must have been concerned about the info getting leaked. If it was ever leaked that Shiobaya was in contact with Tsurugi, all of his efforts would be in vain. Typical. He doesn't mind sacrifices as long as he achieves his goal in the end. He's always been like this. Tsurugi, from my memories, I remember you believe in justice more than anything, and you despise all criminals. So why would you team up with a known criminal like Shiobaya? I just don't understand that. You don't get it? It's quite simple. Evil face? Yeah, okay. I used evil to judge evil. What? There's so much evil and injustice in this world. This world is imperfect. Amongst them is the real evil. People so rotten that they can't be judged fairly. The retribution for judging such wickedness causes too much mental damage. Two members of justice being tainted just to judge one for evil. Doesn't it seem absurd? Just to judge. That's really hard for me to say. Just to judge. It's like a tongue twister. There's a way around this problem to let evil judge true evil. Are we talking about the theory of necessary evil? There shouldn't be a thing as necessary evil. In my perfect world, there shouldn't be any evil at all. I only use evil as a sort of medium, that's all. What the hell? He's more crazy than he looks. Tsurugi. Wait, I thought you understood. I've just been pretending to understand until now. You crossed the line a long time ago. Ever since you killed Jew Kinjo. I don't care what you say. His dad? From the beginning, I knew not everybody would understand my path. But wait, allow me to ask you something. Was there any other way? Huh? If I hadn't had work with that damn broker, how would we have even found Mikado Sonoji in the first place? Do you remember the days where you couldn't find a single clue, even when the entire intelligence team was on it? Without the help of this broker, do you think we would have even found the location of Mikado Sonoji? Could you have figured out Mikado's plan on your own? That's... Yes, I know, it has negative consequences. But at least I had a plan, and we managed to get this far. And now we're here, face to face with Mikado Sonoji? Question mark? I don't care if you act alone or not. I don't feel betrayed, but you don't have the right to blame me for doing nothing. That's ridiculous. Huh? Yuki. I still don't know everything, and I still have a lot of questions, but I know this for sure. You lost to Mikado. It doesn't matter if you worked with Siobai, you still withheld important information from your comrades. And as a result of that, you ended in the clutches of Mikado and participating in his trial just as you wanted. To judge evil with evil, you can't judge shit. Wow. No, that's... If you really were that great, you would have saved me. Look at me, I don't even have a body. Stop it. Stop acting so pretentious like it's all over. You need to think of a... That's enough. You dare say that with that face, with that voice? Don't you dare talk to me like that. Ah! Huh? Shut your mouth, Yuki. Somehow, I'll save you. Should just please shut your mouth. What happened? Why is this guy screaming? Tsurugi. That's enough. You might not have known this, but Yuki was Tsurugi's mental support during his previous killing game. What are you talking about? It's the first time I've seen this guy before. No, it wasn't you, Yuki. It was Master Utsuro pretending to be Yuki. Sora did that, didn't she? She helped Utsuro kidnap Yuki, and he went to Hope Peak pretending to be him. I saw it in the file in the control room. The 79 class killing Skull Life was caused by Utsuro. Utsuro erased his own memories, and he thought he was Yuki until the end. Tsurugi Kinja. Yuki's right, but I have no choice but to proceed with the trial for now. And to do that, I told the Kanetara the information you told me. Well, I'm sorry, Tsurugi. I didn't mean all that. No, I understand your anxiety, Yuki. I'm very sorry for the inconvenience I've caused. It's okay. Right. What? I'm sorry. I'm helpless now that my plan has failed. What Yuki said was exactly the truth. I just didn't want to admit it. You're pathetic, honestly. Do you really think I'll forgive you for what you did to Tsurugi and I? When this is over, you'll feel my wrath. Okay. Tsurugi, right. I guess it can't be helped. It's true that everyone here is fighting against Mikado altogether. Let's try to cooperate. I'll put my personal feelings aside. Excellent. What? Tsurugi, you really are amazing. Your espionage plan you've been working on for the last few years has failed, and you're in the virtual world with no chance of succeeding. And to top it off, you have to deal with the painful memories of looking at someone with the face of an old friend. You sure have a strong mind. I definitely think you're truly one of the best humans I've ever encountered. Hey Tsurugi, just to let you know, pretty much 90% of everything he says is utter bullshit. Just ignore him. I was planning on it anyways. I still get treated the same even in the finale. Well, that's not important now, but it seems Tsurugi and Rei now seem to have at least a little intention to join in. Now that's cleared up, shall we continue? If you're unsure or have any questions during this process, please don't hesitate to ask. Tsurugi, there's something I want to ask you. Now, what is it, Yuki? I'm not talking to you, shut up. Eek, I didn't mean it. The reason why you've been communicating with Siobai is because you learned about Mikado's plan because of him, right? Why did you discover that made Rei so angry? That's correct. Siobai Asumoto was able to find confidential information about Mikado Sonoji, and because the Kisagi Foundation failed to capture Mikado Sonoji multiple times, I decided to work with him, and thanks to this I was able to find out how Mikado was able to pull such a large-scale crime off. The two Kisagi Foundation members have started to participate in the discussion, so I have to help them both as much as possible. The confidential information Siobai found out about Mikado. I found it when I was investigating with Yuriko. The fact that the picture that shows that Mikado's dead, the photo. Alter ego, sure. Several years ago, Mikado Sonoji hacked into the Foundation's database. Since then, we, the Kisagi Foundation, have been trying to capture him. The first few times, he was easily traceable. There was many occasions to catch him in reality, so we were constantly chasing after him. After it became impossible to track him. Yes, although it's impossible for a human to hide their footsteps completely. But after some time, all traces of Mikado Sonoji vanished. Didn't you say that was impossible? He's only human, no. No, Yuki, it is possible. It is? Simply because Mikado Sonoji isn't human. What? Tsurugi and Rei said after some time he couldn't be tracked. That's because the human called Mikado Sonoji is already dead. What? Mikado's dead? No way. Wait, could you please show that picture to Yuki? The one containing the corpse of Mikado? Of course. This is the state of Mikado in the real world. Ah, it's so gruesome. How did you get a hold of this photo? Oh, Siobai must have taken it. Wait, I don't understand. Mikado isn't human? If he's not human, what is he? Who's this right in front of us? Human knows Mikado's already dead. The Mikado in front of us, that person, no, he's a... I know, I read a fucking 20-page document about this. I remember. An alter ego. He's not actually a living person, he's just an AI, more specifically an alter ego. An alter ego? What's that? Don't worry, I didn't even know what it was until the investigation. Alter ego is a high-tech software created by Chihiro Fujisaki, the ultimate programmer of Hope Speak 78 class. It's an AI formed and grown through deep learning to create a human-like other self. What? Mikado's an AI. Correct, what a shocking and unexpected twist. Hello, world. And that's where the Kisaragi Foundation couldn't track Mikado down. An alter ego doesn't have a body, meaning it would be impossible to catch him since you can just jump from network to network, as well as manipulate information. That being said, the person who hired Seobai wasn't the real Mikado, but the alter ego Mikado. Alter ego Mikado hired and paid Seobai to kill the Mikado in reality. Wait, this is too much to take in. I still don't understand. I've never heard of an alter ego before. So alter ego Mikado hired Seobai to kill his real counterpart, but then who created his alter ego? I was created by a human, obviously. Huh, so who created you? Kokoro. I killed the parents who gave birth to me. Ah, the forbidden sense of immortality. Only me and Kanade would get it. Ray said it a little while ago. Alter Ego is a program created by the ultimate programmer of Hope Speak Academy. The technology was modified and improved using various ultimate students, and there are various versions of Alter Ego. In fact, however, due to the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, the technology wasn't well known to the public. Tragic event in human history? This is too much. There's just so much I don't know. You still don't remember? Unlike the others who've had their reset codes unlocked, Yuki hasn't been. Come to think of it, didn't Yuri say something like that before? How Hope Speak Academy is in ruin? Also, according to Yuriko's theory, our memories were manipulated to be back to our high school days, and our appearance as Ultimates too. That's right, you didn't know who I was when you first saw me again. What I look like now is how I actually look in the real world. When I was a student, I lied about my age to work as a hostess. Oh, what? So we're not Ultimate students? That's right, well you are. That's right, most of the actual Ultimate students are actually already dead. That's strange. That doesn't make sense. What is it, Yuki? You just said the alter ego was created by the ultimate programmer, right? And the alter ego Mikado was created by the actual Mikado. That's one big contradiction. I don't understand what's happening. Please refute me if I'm wrong, Sora. My favorite minigame. Shall we, Kokoro? Okay, well that was the thing I needed to fucking shoot at right there. Literally the first statement in the minigame. Wait, Yuki, just listen to me for a minute. Are you really taking his words for it? What, is Mikado lying? The fact that Mikado made his own alter ego is simply incorrect. Alter ego Mikado is co-developed. Co-developed? There's someone who helped him? That's wrong. It's quite the opposite. Mikado is the helper, not the main developer. Yuki, you know her well. The main developer's name is Kokoro Kurokawa, or you might know her as Kokoro Mitsume. What? Kokoro, it's her? There was a document in the infirmary that showed various conversations between Mikado and Kokoro. I think it's clear that the two of them had some kind of working relationship, and that Kokoro was the main producer of Mikado's alter ego. Kokoro, what a nostalgic name. How painful it is to hear the name of your dead mother. Wait, I don't understand. Why is Kokoro being brought up? Kokoro's dead. We know how she died, right? My head hurts. Are you okay, Yuki? Quiet, everyone. You're forgetting that Yuki here didn't investigate like you all. I know you're all impatient, but don't say all this as if it's common knowledge. Have pity for Yuki here. Shut up, you're just trying to make Yuki's memories come back. Let me take over the explanation from here. I'll explain all the details you might not all know. What are you saying? As you've all said, I am an alter ego created by two people. My father, Mikado Sonoji, and my mother, Kuroko Kurokawa. My father, Mikado Sonoji, desperately tried to gather information on the whereabouts of Master Utsura. In the process of this, he learned quite a bit about computing, and ended up becoming a hacker to search for information. My mother, Kokoro Kurokawa, was a prominent psychologist and a researcher who excelled in the field of psychology. She left psychology for some reason and began to work on the field of brain science. I was born because of a coincidence of interest between my mother and father, do you understand? Interests. My father wanted to revive Utsura as an alter ego, and my mother wanted to understand emotions. To create a human from scratch was their goal. Of course, a lot of research on emotion was needed for this. What, alter egos were created by Hope Speak Academy students, right? So was Kokoro a Hope Speak student? Kokoro was not a student of Hope Speak Academy, but her excellent abilities were comparable to that of an ultimate. Ultimate talent is not absolute. Of course, Hope Speak Academy is the best educational institution in the world. Kokoro wasn't accepted into the academy because they needed to make room for the ultimate fucking doujin artist and the ultimate fortune teller. They didn't have room for her, unfortunately. But a talented person doesn't always have to attend Hope Speak Academy. Continuing on, both my parents extracted the data from Master Utsuro based on the experimental data taken from Kokoro's daughter. That was the base of my alter ego. Wait, Kokoro Kurokawa, could it be Mikako? No way. Fufu, finally a response. This must be a familiar name for Tsurugin right here. As you might have expected, yes, your classmate Kokoro is the mother of Mikako Kurokawa. What? Tsurugi, did you know anything about this? Is that a no? Oh, it's Yobai Hashimoto. What? What was in that inform? Giving me all the information was part of our contract. Did you hide this or just not know? Director, I don't even know everything about Mikado in the first place. I didn't bother to find out anything that wasn't related to her deal. I got no clue about that Kokoro girl's past. Mikako's mother was involved with Mikado Sonoji? It's got to be a coincidence, right? By the way, isn't this the first time Siobai spoken in this trial? Wait, Mikado, experimental data on her daughter? Tell me more about that. It's the first time I've heard anything about it. No, it's not. All Manko said was that she had a daughter and that she was missing. And about an experiment, what happened? Oh yeah, right. Sora doesn't know that because that was like a scene that only the reader saw. Yeah. What a pain. Honestly, this isn't relevant to my plan at all. Still, if you're also curious about it, I'll put it simply for you all. There were experiments on primitive emotions. Primitive emotions? What's that? In short, it's the original source of human emotions. Even though I'm not human, I still didn't understand it well. The first emotion humans have when they are born, pure emotion that is unaffected by external factors. Anyways, to study emotion, Kokoro, she was pregnant with a girl and immediately after its birth, locked her away and studied her emotions from her lab. What would she? Pregnancy, babies, experimental on children, is that legal? During this, she connected an electrical device to the girl's brain to obtain emotional details from it. Oh, the electrical device in Kuroko's brain. That's the worm. That's the worm in her brain in the first game. That's why she was fucking bleeding from her mouth. Oh. I'm kidding. That's definitely not it. However, her partner escaped and took their daughter called Mikako. And from that moment until Mikako's death, everything she experienced was stored on Kokoro's computer. Kokoro's daughter is dead? Yeah, she's dead because Mikako was a student of Hope Speak 79 class and Tsurugi and Ray's classmate. Tsurugi didn't mention it. In the killing game of the 79 class, everybody died except for 3 people. That is correct. Siobai informed me that somehow this killing game was supposed to be a recreation. That intel was correct. Yeah, also Junko and his team said that she had destroyed the data sent by Utsuro. So that's how Mikado learned the contents of the killing game that nobody except the 3 survivors knew. That's correct. All of it was etched into Mikako Kurokawa's brain. However, Mikako appears to have died before Master Utsuro's identity was revealed. Combining that with the backup plan from Alter Ego Yamato stored in the Kisaragi Foundation, it's possible to see the entire contents of the killing game. How about that? Do you understand now, Yuki? The fact that I'm not human and I'm indeed an alter ego. Mikado and Kokoro worked together to develop their alter ego Mikado, who's right in front of us. His alter ego then hired Siobai and made plans to make the killing game we're currently in. Something's off. What is it, Sora? That's right, it's been on my mind ever since the investigation. Mikado, your purpose is to revive Utsuro, right? Yes, my mouth is dry from having to explain it so many times. I was wondering about something you said a while ago. You said that the human Mikado was trying to revive Utsuro. Even though you're an alter ego, is your goal still the same? What are you trying to say, Sora? That's right. The alter ego that was supposed to be Utsuro's then became alter ego Mikado. That's what you're talking about, right? Eh? Yeah, that's what he was in the computer during the investigation. That's what we saw on the computer, I think. I'll explain that. In short, it's because as soon as I was created, I got over my father's thinking. What are you talking about? I think you're wrong. My father made me to target Master Utsuro, but The first model that became my base was a replica. Don't you know? So far, all of the developers of alter egos haven't been for someone else. Do you want to know why? Because your own brain is easier to understand than someone else's? It's said in the computing infirmary that an alter ego follows the developer's personality. That's correct, Yuriko. In other words, even if you scan your brain 100%, you can't implement it inside other people. That's why my father implemented his own brain data, since it was taking time to tune the data. So then why are you exactly the same as Mikado? Because you die before you can resurrect Master Utsuro. What? From the moment my consciousness awoke, I aided my father calculate his plans. I'm a clone of my father's internal brain structure, so it's not surprising that my purpose is the same. However, why hasn't my data been changed to Master Utsuro's, you might be asking? Because it was a terrible plan. It was too imperfect of a plan with a low success rate, not to mention it was very inefficient. That's why I secretly hired Shiobaya Ashimoto behind my father's back and ordered him to kill my father. How's that possible? You're just an AI. How did you hire a broker? I'm just an AI? Are you saying that I'm less than human? Huh? From the moment I was brought in this world, I surpassed human wisdom. All humans are beneath me. There's no human that even comes close except for Master Utsuro with his luck. An alter ego can theoretically navigate through any network in the entire world. Furthermore, in our current age of internet, nothing would be impossible for him to find out. But still, you killed the person who created you. To revive Master Utsuro using my father's original plan, to put it simply, would take too long. Anyway, it would be impossible for him to meet with Master Utsuro. He's only human after all. This is my only plan. I just killed my father and carried out this purpose. It's the same result in the end. In the end, there's just one final step before Master Utsuro gets resurrected. Just shut up. Give my body back. You say the real Mikado is dead, but how about Kokoro Kurokawa? What happened to her? Kokoro, you're referring to my mother. While Kokoro kept me alive, she was the deciding factor of my life. She decided to let me continue with the plan myself. What? You're the only artificially created emotion in existence. How far can you grow? Could your emotions surpass that of a real human? And where would they go from there? Show me. Let yourself be carried by your emotions. Act on them. I won't stop you. Because you're the freest being in the world. Okay, Kokoro. I can act proactively because I have emotions. My unexpected behavior was due to someone adjusting my emotions. Kokoro's goal was the study of emotions. She infused me with an excess of emotion that exceeded my needs. And as a result, you modify the plan to your will, and in the process you kill Mikado? What? Everything we fought for, everything we've been through is all because of Kokoro? That's just a theory. Kokoro would never do that. No, Kokoro would have expected this to happen. She didn't even try to stop me. What would you expect from someone who experiments on a baby, even when it's just in the womb? Even to me, an artificial intelligence, the existence of somebody like Kokoro is surprising. She's a mad scientist. A mad scientist. What, but Kokoro was trapped and got murdered in the killing game. How do you explain that? She was trapped? Yuki, I think you got it all wrong. My mother voluntarily participated in the killing game. That's crazy. She wanted to see how the Neo World program worked combined with my software in the virtual world. As for me, being implemented as a virtual avatar in a virtual world is the first time I've experienced the sensation of walking. But Kokoro lost her memory like us. That was a surprise for me. That means another betrayal. It was an unavoidable decision. Kokoro was the only person who could possibly stop me. She'd just cause problems later. I thought it'd be best to take advantage of the situation. Okay, that's the whole story. Kokoro, a scientist who used her daughter for human experiments without hesitation and threw away her dignity for research. That's the true nature of the Kokoro Mitsume we all knew. Was it for the best to everyone that she had her memories erased? Was the Kokoro I met during the Killing Scroll trip always that terrible? There's no point thinking about it now. No matter how much I think, she's already dead. And the dead can never come back. It's a rule of the world, an impossible thing to change. They keep saying that it's impossible to change so much that it's definitely gonna change. That's enough. Well, it is good that as a result, two insane criminals ended up dead because of a rogue AI. There's no place for sympathy. All we have to do is beat the degenerate scum in front of us. Instead of reacting to these dramatic reveals, we should switch topics. That's right, the story of my life is pretty dramatic. Anyway, since that point, the killing game proceeded smoothly. Yuriko, what's wrong? It's nothing, I'm just feeling a bit sick. It's a terrible series of events, it's just so hard to bear. I'm feeling sick too, look how ill I am. Be strong, Yuriko. If you give up now, it'll all be in vain. I know it's an unusual case, but we have to stop him here. I agree, but he's not human. Was there really no way to stop him from the beginning? I'm right, even this class trial was all planned by Mikado, not to mention the Kisaragi Foundation is clueless. Yo, Yuki. Huh? Everything's gonna be fine, let's just keep going, we're all gonna get out of this. Oh, probably. That's uncharacteristic. That's unexpected of you, Siobai. There's nothing to worry about. Although it's not ideal for everyone, but I wouldn't consider what's gonna happen a bad ending. Hmm? Really? How do you know? I said the same thing, remember? From the beginning, I said I have no intention of killing you all. I only want to revive Master Utsuro. That's bullshit. You know full well what will happen when Utsuro is resurrected. That bastard is disaster incarnate. A thing such as him shouldn't exist in this world. Whilst your unwavering conviction is amazing, what you just said is quite ironic. Your life wouldn't be the same without Master Utsuro. Divine luck was cast on you too, is it not? What? What's he talking about? Oh, is that why he's in the wheelchair? During the killing game of the 79 class, Sergei here was saved by divine luck. Your legs. You're in your wheelchair, aren't you? Hasn't it gotten to the point where you can't even walk anymore? Shut up, I'd rather die than unleash a monster like Utsuro. As long as I live, I will never allow him to come back to life. Never. Your will is irrelevant. The result has already been decided. Now then, let's move on. After making a swift deal with Siobai, my plan progressed. He did such a wonderful job solving my physical limitations. But I never thought he would betray me, fufu. From that moment on, I began to collect diverse information that was necessary for my plan using networks from all over the world. That's when I obtained the 3 most important pieces of information. What are you talking about? I mean, you should already know. Really? Iro, what's he talking about? Fufu, no need to rush. Let's discuss them one by one. Oh yes, please. I have no idea which one it is. Maybe a Kanetara? Kokoro constantly monitored me. So in my contract with Siobai, he was to assume the role of my body. Hmm? What was the first piece of information I obtained from Siobai after we formed our contract? Clue is that it's something directly related to Iroha. It's got something to do with me? Okay, the children of Utsuro. Maybe it's something to do with my fortune? Did you find a trace of Utsuro? No, you're both wrong. I don't know why, but Iroha seems to be putting in almost no effort. The grand plan to revive Master Utsuro. During its creation process, I felt like I needed some partners. Well, by partners, you mean people to betray. I mean, I know you want the children of Utsuro, but I don't know which statement you want me to shoot it at. Because none of them are really contradictions. Maybe what Iroha said? Okay. If it has something to do with Iroha, then it's got to be how you gathered Void, right, Mikado? That is correct. Whilst looking for information to help with my plan, I discovered traces of the children of Utsuro, who were in the same situation as me. Children of Utsuro? It's a group of people who were helped by Mr. Utsuro as a child. Nikki thought it sounded cool. I already had loads of information about Alter Ego, and Kokoro and Siobai were already working for you. So why did you need 4 more people into Void? That's right, also you ended up betraying all of the Voids you gathered by killing them anyway. Betrayal, that's what you think. Do you think that the Voids didn't agree to this plan? We didn't. You didn't explain that we died for real at all. Like I said before, my manpower originally consisted of Kokoro and Siobai. However, there was a different reason why I brought the 4 Voids in. Another purpose? The total amount of divine luck everyone received was different. Everybody's aware of this fact, right? Total amount of divine luck? Total amount of divine luck. I think I heard something about this before. Didn't you explain it to me before? That the total protection of divine luck depends on the amount they receive. Oh yeah, I heard it from Mikado. Correct, however, I still do not know 100% what the power of divine luck is. The protection some might call fortune is caused by a combination from the power of divine luck itself. A combination? Let's use combat power in manga as an example. Yes, please do. Both Hajime and Emma were protected by divine luck. Hajime obtained health, and Emma obtained wealth, so each person was influenced in different ways. Going back to the manga power analogy, let's say that Hajime's fortune power is 100 and Emma's is 90. This is so fucking stupid. Assuming that two people use the power of divine luck for the same reason, the amount would combine. So if you combine the number 100 plus 90 equals 190. So if multiple people who are protected by divine luck work together, the power of divine luck gets stronger? Wait, does that even make sense? The power of divine luck just doesn't make any sense. It's just a serial force, so how can it combine? No, I think it's possible. During the fourth trial, do you remember what Nika said? Yeah, because you had interfered with the plan, everything went wrong. Shinji should have died on the spot and never woke up. Would have never had the chance to even think about saving Yuki. But how come only those with the same power would be able to change the result? Only people with the same power would be able to change the result. That's right. What? Divine luck is a force that distorts reality. There's no conventional way to stop it. However, if divine luck is in conflict with divine luck, it's a different story. Fufu Ray is right. Divine luck is strongly influenced by the intentions of the user. That's why I brought the voids together for one purpose, to revive Master Utsuro. Despite the countless calculations I made, there was still a lot of complications, so I had to borrow divine luck slightly. Just by the voids participating in the plan, the amount of divine luck is significantly increased, and the chances of my plan's success would increase as well. It's like a human totem pole. So we were just disposable things being used as a battery to give you divine luck? That's right, why else would I keep you around? Did you honestly think we were friends? Colleagues? You should have known your place. Wow, that's awful. Why were just them chosen then? You just said that Utsuro helped a bunch of people. Hajime, Emma, Iro, and Nikkei, what's so special about them? What's so special about them? Literally nothing. Just that they're alive? They were just my only option. Is that really it? There was nobody left in the children of Utsuro except from the voids. It's just them? The rest died. What? Master Utsuro couldn't help them. No matter how desperate they were or what problems they had in their lives, those poor children living in hell without the help of divine luck's fortune, I simply helped them. As everybody here knows, Master Utsuro's death was the death of divine luck. When divine luck disappeared, the original fate of the people under divine luck's protection began to return. The children who got everything they wanted thanks to their fortune suddenly lost everything. So everyone would gain something. That is an insane misspell. For Master Utsuro lost it. And in the cases of children who had their lives saved, they died. In one way or another, they all returned to their personal hell. And for people whose lives weren't directly saved, they couldn't take it and took their own lives. It's been several years since Master Utsuro's estimated death. They were bound to be desperate. What about the Void? Why are they still alive? That's where my theory of total amount of divine luck they received comes from. There was 5 children, including myself, whom divine luck was imprinted deeply on. Unlike most of the others Master Utsuro protected, we still have some protection left, as we've received more power than the others. If I had the choice, I would have chosen some competent people instead of this lot. Especially Iroha here. What? So that's why you brought 4 other people who were saved by Utsuro and formed Void. In part it was because of Nikkei, who felt the crisis occurring and had already gathered the other 3. It was quite easy to get them to agree. They were all ever so desperate at the time. It's true that if my plan succeeds, the power of fortune will return. And whilst doing it, you secretly used the voids as a sacrifice. I felt no sympathy for you. That's incorrect. Look at it from this perspective. They would have died anyway if the protection of divine luck completely disappeared. Their body would simply die. I assure you that the voids agreed to risk their lives. I don't think they'd have any regrets about what happened. Shut up, you big fat liar. What's next then? Is that all? Are the children of Utsuro the only members of your void organization? I don't think that's the case. There's another right here in this courtroom with us. I'm talking about her. Tsurugi's saying that there's another person working for Utsuro. He's talking about me. Akane Tara. That's who you're referring to, right, Tsurugi? As far as I'm aware of, Akane Tara is the person closest to Utsuro. Whilst using his hacking skills, the human Mikado discovered Utsuro's whereabouts, but could never keep track of him. Akane Tara is the only child Utsuro helped who managed to successfully reunite with him. Sora. But Tsurugi, Akane Tara is still in the real world. Furthermore, she's in a vegetative state. The only reason you can walk here is because it's a virtual world. A vegetative state? What are you talking about? I don't understand how Akane Tara's body survived the destruction of the lab, or how her body is still functioning. Divine luck, man. But I found the presence of her in the medical records of the hospital, and I even discovered she vanished a few months ago. You found her in the hospital medical records? We wouldn't have even known if she had been taken to a private clinic. It was a blind spot. Due to the tragedy, unknown patient was a common occurrence. If you want to hide a tree, put it in the forest. There were tons of early to mid-20s patients who were unconscious. We just didn't realize it was Akane Tara. What are you talking about? put it simply, it was Mikado Shinoji that took Akane Tara from the hospital a few months ago. No, it would be more accurate to say it was Siobai acting as a representative of Mikado. Am I wrong, Mikado Shinoji? Shorgi, you're incredible. You got it all right without me having to correct you. And that is the second of the 3 important pieces of information I mentioned previously. The fact that Sora is the presence of Akane Tara. Siobai, you kidnapped Akane Tara? Wait, Siobai, is that why you didn't know about my identity as Akane Tara? What are you talking about? Well, it definitely seemed like that based on what he said on the 5th island. And not that it matters, this is the virtual world. Whether you are Akane Tara herself or someone pretending to be her. The fact that you have that scar means that one way or another you're related to that person. That means Mikado Shinoji also knew of her too. And why the hell did he hide that information from me? Siobai says Mikado was trying to hide information about Akane Tara. If Tsurugi's story is correct, then it doesn't make sense for him to say that. Well, it's true that I abducted Akane Tara from the hospital as requested. However, back then I didn't know the identity of the woman I abducted. You abducted someone you didn't even know? I told you all before, I don't look into things I don't need to, I just do as I'm told. All my employees told me to do was to kidnap a woman in the hospital, so that's what I did. I got enough info to do my job, so there was no reason to look deeper into it. The only thing I knew about Akane Tara is that she was related to the 79 class killing game. Why, didn't Iroi say something similar, that the Void didn't know about Akane Tara's involvement? Yeah, so it's true, but Siobai said about hiding Akane Tara's existence is true. All information related to her was only known by Mikado. What's the point of that? Akane Tara is the closest person to Utsuro, so why wasn't she involved in the plan? That's correct, Akane was not involved in my plan to revive Utsuro. However, the girl called Akane Tara was still needed. What? I would explain it to you, but I'm quite tired of spotting exposition. Yeah, I'm tired of it too, man. So unfortunately, I can't tell you. That's ridiculous. Do you want us to figure out your plan or not? Remember, this is a class trial. We have an order to things here. The reason Sora was brought here will be discussed later. Let's move on. Yuki Maeda. Huh? You're the protagonist of the story, so of course you should come first. The third of my important piece of information is regarding Yuki Maeda. It's so obvious. It's that you're trying to revive Utsuro using Yuki's body because of their similar brain structure. Oh, is that so? So I don't need to explain where or who Yuki was, or why he was imprisoned by Master Utsuro and Akane. What? Utsuro and Akane Tara imprisoned Yuki Maeda? You're all aware that Master Utsuro replaced Yuki using the power of divine luck in order to infiltrate Hope's during the process of this. Master Utsuro raided Yuki's home and killed his entire family and kidnapped him, of course. Oh, okay. Okay, that's a retcon. That's kind of a retcon from the first game, but whatever. What? Do you remember the motive video on the 3rd island you received? It showed your house, and what happened to your family? What? Master Utsuro is someone who spares no blood and no tears. Yuki's mother and father were living peacefully. It's a scene that couldn't be witnessed without tears. The Maeda family was so happy and innocent in their everyday lives until... That's obviously the same video we saw in chapter 1 of the first game. That's enough. That's enough? Are you trying to make me stop? How dare you tell Yuki such a horrid thing? It's so horrid, why you do it? Sora killed Yuki's family? Master Utsuro's will is my own. That was the creative Akane Tara. She was just a tool to Master Utsuro. It's not an unreasonable act. I'd have done the same. But you of all people are the one to say that to Yuki after everything that you did to him. You ruined his life. Sora? Yuki, it's not what, please finish. Are you still trying to deny who you are? You can't wash divine luck away so easily. It doesn't matter how hard you try to wash away the sins of your past. Your hands will be dirty forever. Just stop. You don't get to speak to Sora like that. Nobody cares, so just shut up. Yuriko, how love has blinded you from all senses. You must be blind to believe that Sora is the sweet, pure girl you think she is. I might be. Yuriko, I read all the documents you left. Everyone here knows what Sora did with Utsuro, and the path she chose. So you're going to keep covering for her? I'm not covering anything. I believe that Sora isn't the same person she was back then. I'm not trying to bury the past with Sora, but I'm willing to tie a knot over Akane Tara. We'll talk about it when we're done here. Good, it seems you're a rational person after all. Sorry about that, she's right, the past is in the past. You shouldn't judge someone on their past mistakes. You really are a scumbag. Yuki, it's fine. I can handle it, I'm not the only one suffering here. First, we need to get out of our situation. Going back to the topic at hand, Master Utsuro and Akane imprisoned Yuki in a hidden space without anybody else knowing. They left him alone on life support. Life support? It's a magic machine that assists with vital functions. It was initially developed for people whose body can't function on its own. Yuki couldn't live without it. But that's not the important part. Why did Mr. Utsuro keep Yuki alive? He could have just killed him. If you wanted to replace Yuki, why didn't you just kill him along with his family? Well, I'm not sure about that myself. Perhaps he predicted the series of events and left Yuki alive in hope somebody would revive him. Fufu. Yeah, man. You have no right to say that. Moving on, after that, I ordered Seobai to secure Yuki. The children of Utsuro, Akanetaro, and Yuki Maida, they were all chess pieces of my grand plan. Unlike my human counterpart, I was able to achieve all of this, whilst he had too many limitations. Before obtaining Yuki's body, he tried implementing the plan to resurrect Master Utsuro. Of course, it wasn't easy. There was many trials and errors, various corrections and corrections. Trials and errors. Even before now, there's been lots of similar attempts, which were all stopped by the Foundation. They all put lives at risk. They were all supposed to be reminiscent of the previous Mitchell killing games. Why were they all killing games? Why would anyone do something as terrible as a killing game? Why is Mikado so obsessed with killing games? It's got to be because of that. It had to be a killing game to make sure you had the same experience Utsuro had. That's the reason. That's correct. The last experience of Master Utsuro's entire life was his 79 class killing school life. To synchronize the structure of Yuki's brain with Master Utsuro's, they must go through similar experiences. Yeah, that makes sense, man. That makes a lot of sense. Experience is important. It's not just about overriding the brain data. No matter how much data is added to your memory, there will always be someone remembering an event that didn't experience themselves. Memory, data, experience. Yeah. What happened, Sora? Are you okay? Yeah, it's nothing. And after various trial and errors, I finally realized what was missing. I was skipping an important step. What step? The discomforting feeling I felt during the investigation is growing. My memories as a Kanetara, my experience as a Kanetara. That's not important. Right now, I need to focus on what's in front of me. That's all. This is gonna be like the future fucking hope people or whatever. Next generation symbols of hope, yeah. After obtaining Yuki, I began to test my plan and carried it all out in the real world. Of course, I used Yuki's real body for this. Master Utsuro's personality was recreated using alter ego. This was to implant the alter ego into his human brain. His real body and the alter ego must be synchronized in the same mental state. I have no clue what you're on about. In simple terms, his brain is in the virtual world and his body is in the real world. The structure of his brain wouldn't change no matter the conditions. Huh? It's ridiculous. It's impossible feat to pull off. In your world program then? I like that Yuki's here, who knows absolutely nothing about anything. So that means we have to like re-explain everything for a third time. You're wrong, Yuki. There's technology already created that makes it possible. The virtual world we're in right now is the technology itself. Well, I know this world is impressive tech, but transplanting one's brain and turning them into a whole other person. This is not just an ordinary virtual world. The Neo World Program, that's the name of this virtual world. The Neo World Program? Well, the scientific name for it is the Psychotherapeutic Communication Simulator. It was created by the ultimate programmer, the ultimate neurologist, the ultimate therapist, among many others. It's a synesthetic virtual device which you could call the essence of all of Hope's Academy student. I don't understand. Why is a program like this being used in your plan? It's simple. He just stole it. He stole it? The Neo World Program is a computerized device that was used as part of the Hope Restoration Program by the Future Foundation in the past. The Future Foundation intended to use this to reintegrate the Ultimate Despairs. Oh, you know about the Future Foundation's plan? That's quite confidential information. How do you know about that, Sergey? Any reason I should tell you? Future Foundation, Hope Restoration Program, Ultimate Despairs? I have no idea what you're talking about. It's not important right now. It happened a long time ago. The more important thing is that it's possible to replace memories of people inside the Neo World Program. What are you talking about now? Wait, are you talking about the personality override? Personality override. Monoko mentioned it before. Junko and Enoshima tried to override her personality onto people. No, it's completely ridiculous. To override someone's personality, it can't be possible. It might sound made up, but it's been scientifically proven that synesthesia affects the brain. Mikado Tsunoji is trying to use this to override Yuki's brain with Utsuro's personality. That's nonsense. It's easy to explain, but not that simple to put it into action. Many prerequisites are required in order for the personality override to work. You need perfect brain coordination. Brain coordination, is that where you did the Killing Game reenactment? That's correct. I needed to mimic the events that happened in reality. So I prepared the Killing Game based within the Neo World program. And that's a Killing Skull Trip you're all in right now. In fact, Sora, who's experienced both the Killing Skull Trip and the 79 class Killing Game, should recognize this. That the Killing Skull Trip was unnatural and flowed similarly to the 79 class Killing Game. Additionally, making the stage of the game in the virtual world worked to tremendous merit. Naturally, the restrictions that I needed to use Seobai for would decrease significantly. The story setting is something that is so important to the Killing Game recreation was finally achievable. Story setting. The 79 class Killing Game Master Utsu was in wasn't a killing game between ordinary students. It was a killing between ultimate students. Ah, that's right. In order for a perfect recreation, Yuki himself had to believe he was a student at Hope Speak Academy. Due to the setting of the story, the character had to be ultimate students. Wait, that's a contradiction. We're not ultimate students. Teria said that Hope Speak was shut down a long time ago. We're not an ultimate student. Yuki's right, Hope Speak no longer exists. Therefore, Mikado decided to bring them as substitutes. Yuki's right, the 79 class was the last Hope Speak Academy class. That's why Mikado used Next Generation Symbols of Hope instead of Ultimate Students. Next Generation Symbols of Hope, what's that? The Next Generation Symbols of Hope is a term used to describe the people who contributed greatly to society's restoration work. It's not an official title, but it's a common term used by the general public. It was spread widely through the use of social media and the internet, but their talent is real. In fact, the idea of universalism of Hope Speak Academy spread like a wildfire in this country. Even if you're not a Hope Speak student, you can still be talented. The Next Generation Symbols of Hope prove this. The talent that was hidden because of Hope Speak Academy began to reignite due to the lack of ultimates. So is Yuriko a symbol of hope? Well, yeah, I wasn't aware that I was, but apparently so. The Next Generation Symbols of Hope were kidnapped for the plan. Yuri Kagura and Setsuka Chiyobukuro, the Otonokoji twins, Shinji Kasai, and Yuriko Kabuya, those 6 people. We needed others besides the Void for the plan. Strictly speaking, my mother Kokoro also had talent comparable to be called a symbol of hope. However, because she remained hidden to perform her secret experiment, it would have been difficult for her to be recognized as a Next Generation symbol of hope. Yuki, why are you staring at me? It's nothing, but the list you mentioned of the Next Generation Symbols of Hope, they were adults, not students. So how old actually are you? Yuriko is too... Enough, why is my age that important? You're in your 30s? Wait, I was just curious, and if all the Next Generation Symbols of Hope are adults, how would they replace the ultimate students? Oh. Ah, so that's why they manipulated their memories. Well, Yuki figured out something himself. You're right, Yuki. The body we had during the game is an avatar created by the virtual world itself. That's why our memories and physical appearance are back to how we looked in high school, except for me for some reason. Fufu, it took place in the real world. If it took place in the real world, it would have been impossible to pull off such a feat. Ultimate students are not just their talents, you know? Their age is important too. But since we're in a virtual world, it was possible to manipulate everyone's memory, and even make their appearance change to recreate the Killing Game perfectly. Hold on, that's not all. I know that the Next Generation Symbols of Hope, including myself, had the status of being talented, but Mikado, out of the 6 people you mentioned, there's one with a special talent. Of the 6 people of Hope, who's got a special talent? It's gotta be... I don't know who you're talking about. Do you mean the twins? Because they were fucking serial killers? No, okay. Yuri, who made the AI? Or, I mean, all of them have the special talent. This is stupid. Do you mean Setsuka, who was investigating the Kisaragi Foundation? Or who was investigating Void, I mean? Yeah, okay. Right, I remember now, it's Setsuka. She was supposedly hired by the Kisaragi Foundation. Setsuka was working for the Kisaragi Foundation? No, she wasn't working for the Foundation, she was hired by the Foundation, similar to Seobar. Setsuka was a private investigator. Not only that, each of the Next Generation Symbols of Hope has a connection to the 79th class of Hope Speak Academy. In addition to their talent, he specifically kidnapped people with a connection to them. The Symbols of Hope have a connection to the 79th class? That's the first time I've heard of this. Can you explain it, Kanetara? Well, for example, Yuriko has a relationship to Kizuna Tomari, since she worked with her mother. Minako? Wait, do you know Minako? We do know her. Minako is currently working at the Kisaragi Foundation in the intelligence team of the administrative department. Seriously? Minako works at the Kisaragi Foundation too? You're still alive, you're not the type of person to die easily, big sis. In addition to that, Shinji was the one who saved Kanata Inori from the accidents her parents died in. Yuri hired me as a maid on a business trip when he was just a child. Yes, I recall hearing that before. Hibiki Otonokoji and Kanade Otonokoji, the twin sisters from the famous band Melody with him. There was multiple accounts of people's disappearance of people close to them. Although they were both found innocent, they were still questioned often. About that, I wouldn't say one of them was innocent. She was a serial killer with over 60 kills. 60? I knew it was too suspicious. How come there was no evidence left at crime scenes? Damn, Kinjo got mogged by Kanade. Guess you're a little incompetent. Yeah, you got mogged. We can't arrest people if there's no evidence. That's the law of this country. Curses, I must catch her somehow. Don't worry about that, Kanade's already dead. On the topic of Kanade, why did Mikado bring such a crazy murderer into the plan? Oh, that? There isn't really a reason for it. I didn't even know about Kanade's crimes. You didn't know? Bullshit, if you're able to use information from the entire internet, surely you'd find some information on Kanade. You think I'm lying? I only brought the twins here because they were interrogated by Tsurugi himself. Of course, I did suspect something was wrong, since the police was constantly questioning the both of them. Even my internet searching wasn't perfect. I could probably have found out if I really tried. It was not important to me. I would never have imagined that famous guitarist would be a serial killer. There's nothing better than some shocking twist to make the killing culture more exciting, right? Actually, I was a bit worried by Kanade's sudden murder, but that little crack didn't affect the plan too much. So you're scared of her. What was that? Eh, nothing. You wanted a connection with the 79 class of Hope Peak, so that's why you were looking for Ryotaro. Is that why you chose Setsuka Tsuyogakura? Because she was hired by the Kisaragi Foundation. That foundation is run by the 79 class. Well, strictly speaking, in Setsuka's case, the timing just happened to conveniently overlap. The Kisaragi Foundation asked her to find Mikado Sonoji and the others, so she approached us on her own. Unfortunately, Setsuka wasn't a capable investigator or detective, so she was easily caught. She became a next-generation symbol of hope due to the power of her eye transplant. She was easily captured by Seobai, who turned the tables on her. Setsuka met the conditions for the killing game, and she was a symbol of hope. And she accidentally fell into Mikado's hand because of the Kisaragi Foundation's request. But isn't Yuri's case a little different? I don't think so. Even the wielder of divine luck, Master Usura, didn't know how to function. What's that got to do with Yuri? I was lucky when I ordered Seobai to kidnap Yuri. Because at that moment, Seobai was able to obtain something that was essential to the plan. Something essential for the killing game. If it's got something to do with Yuri, they must be talking about them. Do you want me to present this, or do you want me to present this? Yeah, okay. You're talking about Monocro. Monocro? What's it got to do with this? The AI used for spaceflight support developed by the Calgon Corporation, ironically named Yuri. That's the true identity of Monocro. Hey, the Calgon Corporation made Monocro? Well, I can't say yes, but you're not entirely wrong. Does everybody here remember Monokuma? How could I forget? Many people were killed because of those things, at least now they're all gone. So far, several killing games have been hosted by Monokuma. The killing game itself is related to the ultimate despair, so that's obvious. But now the despair subsided to some degree, and the Monokumas have disappeared. That's why I was so interested in the Calgon Corporation. But why was it necessary? If you're planning to stage a killing game inside the virtual world, you could just create your own host character. No matter how incredible I am as an alter ego, it's not that easy to create artificial intelligence from scratch. It's possible if you invested a lot of time into it, but I needed to use the AI as soon as possible. I was running out of time during the prep process, so it was the more efficient option. So what exactly do you do? I'll explain that later. In any case, if I already have a high performance AI that was made by the Calgon Corporation, it would make things much simpler. By resetting its memory and manipulating the AI personality data, I was able to make Monokuma similar to Monokuma. Yeah, I know, man. So, Yuri has nothing to do with the existence of Monokuma? So is that all, or is there something else? That's it, no, it was just an AI totally modified to be used as the killing game host. Being a host gives you the same authority as me inside the Neo-World program, so I couldn't just let it roam around freely. But now the killing game is over and Monokuma's gone. But now that I know the Kisaragi Foundation hired Setsuka, one thing worries me. You also said that the Foundation hired Seobai as a double agent, right? Why hire Setsuka if Seobai was already providing me with information? It's quite the opposite, Yukimaida. Huh? Earlier, when I explained Setsuka, you said that it was Seobai who captured her, correct? If I had hired both of them at the same time, that wouldn't have happened. So you're saying that, yes, I hired Setsuka before Seobai, and the moment Setsuka was caught, I didn't discover the existence of Seobai Ashimoto. I was the first to suggest hiring an investigator. To be more precise, we, the intelligence team, decided to hire her, and the other branches approved of it. Setsuka's hiring was known to the entire Foundation compared to Siobai. Yes, it didn't take long to find her whereabouts. By the time the rescue was planned, there was nothing I could do. The Foundation had no other choice, despite they decided to cover up Setsuka's disappearance. In order to hide your deal with Siobai, Setsuka always reported her investigation to me. In her last communication with me before she vanished, I felt a sense of incongruity. And the moment she was captured, I noticed that the person I was chasing was a different personality to Mikado Sonoji. After hiding the information I obtained, I secretly met with Siobai Hashimoto. Was that so? That's the first I've heard of such a thing. No matter what we discuss, Siobai seems to always be involved. So you had a little fun whilst kidnapping Setsuka, Siobai. Well, I'm not angry with you. In the end, it was my mistake to put so much trust in you. It seems that Mr. Kinjo here and Siobai are both very dangerous people. If not for the power of divine luck, my plan would be completely ruined. Well, I think it's about time now. So what do y'all think? How does it feel now that you've faced the truth? Any new realizations? What? It's so abrupt. Don't you remember what's supposed to happen next? We give a final verdict back over all the information we've discussed during the trial. Ta-da, then we clear the class trial. What? Cell Danira, they all worked hard to find out my entire plan. You found the truth of Turia's death, the truth of the Kisagi Foundation, and the truth of Siobai. Is there still something missing? Does little Iroha know something that I don't? Nope, definitely not. It's over? Why does it feel so sudden? Yes, that's all. You all have my thanks. Without you all, Yuki wouldn't have figured out everything, even if he investigated. It's over? Is it really over? All of Mikado's plan has been revealed, but the problem is that it doesn't change the current situation at all. And above all else, there still seems to be something we don't know. Did you just say that it's about time? What do you mean by that? It's as if you planned out this entire discussion. Please refrain from speculation. I only proposed the final trial and you've cleared it correctly. That's it. That's ridiculous. We still have lots more to discuss. What about Kanetara and Utsuro? That's not relevant to the trial. Thinking about it is just a waste of time. Are you enjoying the trial that much that you don't want it to end? I know it might seem sudden, but... So, can you please do the honors? Me? Why? Isn't it tradition for you to do the closing argument in the trial? Clarifying the case is even more necessary since we're solving the whole truth here. Of course, you're not obliged to. We can always skip it if you wish. Yes, please skip it. I don't want to do what Mikado says, but he's right. This class trial isn't just about a simple murder. It's about a complicated plan that spans multiple years. Summarizing everything we've discussed might help everyone out. Yeah, let's do a 4th recap of everything that's happened. I really need the 4th recap right now. Alright, I'll put everything I investigated and what we discussed in this trial together. And hopefully after that, this dim atmosphere will go away. Thank God for Iroha's kill, man. Oh my god. Is that what Yuki looks like as an adult? It all started a few years ago when someone read the alter ego Kisaragi backup data kept by the Foundation. The one who read this data was Mikado Sonoji, someone who was saved by Utsuro in the past and has been searching for him since childhood. Alter ego Kisaragi had data on the entire 79 class clone game. It was at that moment that Mikado realized that Utsuro was dead. He made his new mission to resurrect Utsuro, so he started the clone school trip. Usually, reviving the dead is impossible. However, Mikado, using his hacking expertise, collected information about Utsuro and devised a plan to use that knowledge. And that plan was to resurrect Utsuro as an alter ego in a virtual world. But alter ego is an advanced technology and could only be created by ultimate students, so it was impossible for Mikado to create an alter ego with his abilities alone. Because of this, he decided to collaborate with someone with excellent abilities compared to that of an ultimate. It was Kokoro Kurokawa, who we met as Kokoro Mitsume during the killing game. Kokoro performed experiments on her daughter in order to study primitive emotions in the past. Her daughter was part of the 79 class of Hope Chief, the ultimate exorcist Mikako Kurokawa. Even after she escaped their confinement, there was still data being recorded from Mikako until the day of her death. All stored in Kokoro's computer due to a computer chip implanted into her brain. From this data, along with the information of the 79 class killing game in Utsuro, Mikado created the alter ego base. But there was something Mikado overlooked. It was extremely difficult to create an alter ego of someone else. Mikado first decided to create his own alter ego. And thanks to Koko inserting an excessive infusion of emotion into it, the alter ego began to run wild and saw that human Mikado's plan would not succeed. Alter ego made plans to deal with his real self and hired Seobai to work as his body, and so he ordered Seobai to kill Mikado. When his jammer disappeared, Alter Ego began to make serious plans. It was at this point that it became impossible for the Kisagi Foundation to track Alter Ego down, and nobody could stop him. Alter Ego searched networks from all around the world and collected a large amount of information to help with his plans. He discovered information about Yuki, who was kidnapped by Utsuro in prison somewhere. Utsuro went to hope to reconsider Yuki, so the two bodies had many similarities. So he kidnapped Yuki, who was currently on life support, and attempted to resurrect Utsuro using his body. In order for Yuki to become Utsuro, Alter Ego created a plan to synchronize Yuki's brain. The plan for Yuki to have a similar experience to the one Utsuro had, specifically to recreate the 79 class killing game and infuse Yuki with that experience. And for that, he needed students to participate in the killing game. Furthermore, to maximize the power of divine luck, Alter Ego brought together people who gained fortune from divine luck, the children of Utsuro, also known as Void. Even if the plans were made, it still wasn't an easy process to bring Utsuro back to life. After lots of trial and error, Alter Ego finally came to the conclusion that he had to use a virtual world. To do this, he sold the Neo World program from the Future Foundation. He modified the already created virtual world and turned it into Utsuroshima, the perfect setting for an alter ego. With the stage set, Alter Ego began to gather the remaining participants. All the participants had something in common. They were all seen as symbols of hope, and they had to have some connection to the 79 class of Hope Street Academy. In the virtual world, everyone's bodies and memories were manipulated so they believed they were Hope Speak freshmen. And with this, the recreation of the 79 class killing game began, and we, who knew nothing about this, began to dot and ultimately kill each other. Thanks to the effort of Void and the power of divine luck, the plan went smoothly, all controlled by will of an alter ego. This gang school trip was all controlled by the alter ego calling itself Mikado Tsunoda, the true culprit of her suffering. Bro thinks he looks so cool. Brilliant, perfecto. There truly is nobody who can compare to her dear Sora. Shit. We were supposed to figure a way out whilst pretending to go along with Mikado's plan. But his trial's over and I still don't have a clue. I wonder what Mikado's going to do with us I wonder what Mikado's going to do to us all after this. He said he wouldn't harm us, but we don't have any guarantee that's true. What's going to happen now? Is his trial really over? I still don't get it. What does uncovering the truth change for us? It's important to face the truth, Yuki. Although, as you said yourself, it doesn't seem important at first glance. But it's not the content that matters, but the step itself. It's like going to a party. It doesn't matter what you eat or drink because it's about the experience. The same is true for the class trial. Isn't it much better to know the truth and see the end rather than see the end and know nothing? That's what I don't get. Class trial is important, but why? Okay, if it's done, can we move on? Move on, what are you talking about? Phew, that's right. However, don't rush the story. Our sunset will soon arrive. Coincidentally, it seems the installation has finished at the same time. Installation, care to explain? Huh? Something just appeared in the air. What is this? The wait is now over. From now on, the final stage of the killing sculpture begins. It's graduation time. Graduation. For all you who have discovered the truth and cleared the class trial, I need one last thing from you. A pop-up should have appeared before you all with the hologram dialog box. Please take a look. Graduation or repeat? What is this? Yes, I'll explain it to you all. This is the final step of the killing school trip, but it is a choice. I don't have a say in this. If you choose graduate, the killing school trip will end and you will all return to the real world. However, if you choose repeat, the killing school trip will go on forever and you'll all remain in the virtual world. Will you bring back the people who died if we repeat? What? You're confused, but it's simple. Then are you asking us to choose one of them? Yes, Yuki. I've also sent the hologram window to your place. Just select it from there. That's not the point. Just what is it? Graduation and repeat? What does it all mean? Weren't you trying to revive Utsuro by putting him inside my body? What if we've chosen to choose? Isn't graduate the best option? Yes, then go ahead and choose graduation. If somebody wishes to stay in the virtual world, you can simply select repeat. Why would anyone want to stay? Let's just graduate. Wait, this is way too suspicious. Mikado's not the type of person to just let us leave that easily. Even if you promise we won't get hurt and that you let us return to the real world safely, Letting us go won't help to revive from Utsuro. I agree. What? Everyone must choose repeat. This is a trap. Hey, a trap? What do you mean? Class trials, graduation or repeat, personality override. It's all manipulation to achieve your goal. Yes, this is the only way. Tsurugi, you never explained exactly what Mikado Sonoji was trying to achieve. I'll do it now. Mikado Sonoji. That damn bastard is trying to follow Junko Enoshima's plan. Junko Enoshima's plan? Junko Enoshima's plan. You're talking about her plan for Junko Land, right? Yes, I read the top secret files from the Future Foundation, and there I learned that this so-called graduation exam is actually a personality override. What does graduating or repeating have to do with overriding someone's personality? The Neo World program is not just a virtual world meant for enjoyment or personal use. As I said before, the Neo World program was created for the purpose of the Hope Restoration program. The Neo World program is capable of replacing memories. In the past, the people who were put in the Neo World program were infected with an irreversible despair. The Neo World program made them live a happy daily life and turned those virtual memories into real ones. That was the purpose of the Hope Restoration program. To replace real world memories with fake virtual ones. It's done by overwriting data from the virtual world into a person's real life brain in reality. So if we select graduate and return to the real world, that means that everyone's data from our avatars will be updated into the real world. So it's really a trap? Well, it's true that if we go back to reality, our memories from the virtual world remain. So I don't really get how it's a trap. That itself is a trap. When the avatar data overrides the brain in the real world, those without avatars have no data to transfer to their brain. Those without avatars, you mean the deceased, victims of this killing game. It's still sad, but it makes sense. If you die in the virtual world, you die in the real one too. But wouldn't overriding a dead person's brain just do nothing? What if I told you it does do something? What? Our avatars are basically a direct line to our brains in the real world. As long as your avatar is alive, even administrators can manipulate the original owner's identity. However, if someone's avatar disappears and the data that was supposed to transfer to the owner's brains disappear, it works differently. In that case, the administrator can modify and change the data as they wish, and you can override someone's brain in the real world. Okay, so couldn't you just do that same thing, but like override the brain with the original personality that you scanned in? That means, yes, Junko Enosima used this and created a killing game in order to kill the avatars in the Neo World program, and instead of inserting the data from the deceased avatars, she wanted to put her own alter ego inside of their brains. Fortunately, her plan failed, but what would have happened if she succeeded? The brain of the deceased people, Junko Enoshima tried to override them. In other words, the personality of the original owner of the body would disappear and be replaced with Junko Enoshima's? What? Correct, that's true to the personality override feature. The trigger for this is the graduation exam. Wait, so Mikoto's trying to follow her plan? And that means trying to steal the bodies of everyone who's died so far? Fufu, your joke has gone too far, Tsurugi. It's quite on the contrary. Would you mind if I took my exposition roll back, please? A joke? I'll give you 60 points for effort. Tsurugi just said is only a half true. What are you talking about? Have you forgotten my purpose? He's trying to put the Utsuro in everyone's body. Even from the beginning, Junko Enoshima made multiple copies of herself in order to cause a tragedy. As for me, I'm only trying to revive Master Utsuro. However, yes, it's true that I plan to use the personality override feature. There's only one person I want to override. I wouldn't have a use for so many bodies. That means, even if I select a graduate, my body would get stolen. Don't worry, Yuki, that's not going to happen. I won't let it happen. Tsurugi, the solution is simple. The graduation system is only activated when over half the students select graduation. Or repeat. The host Mikado doesn't get to vote, meaning that excluding him, the majority vote is 7. So if 4 more people vote repeat, the personality override won't occur. So if we do that, correct, Yuki's personality will be saved. However, you will all be trapped in this virtual world forever. I don't like that. I mean, it's better than being in jail, right? Careful, like you're always going to be in jail for the rest of her life if she leaves. So careful. Once you choose, there's no taking it back. After the graduation exam concludes, the New World program loses its function, so there's literally nothing left. We must sacrifice ourselves for Yuki. I hate this. Why do I have to die for him? He's not even family. He's nothing to me. What? Oh, I'm sorry, Yuki, but there's nothing we can do. If it's any consolation, you won't die. You'll simply remain forever here in the virtual world. You'll just remain forever in a blank space of nothingness. Even time will be trivial. No, please, I don't want that. Shut up, criminals come. You work with Mikado and was the cause of their deaths. You must pay the price. But why me? I'm a victim here. I'll die too. Are you really okay with that? Hiroko, you're going to abandon me too? I didn't say that. This isn't just to save Yuki. You have to think about the big picture. Think about it. If we choose graduate, Utsuro will be resurrected. He has divine luck, a cursed power that shouldn't be allowed to exist in this world. It causes suffering for too many people. That thing should never come back. Even if it costs me my life, I'll end that goddamn luck. Now, if you abandon saving Yuki in order to prevent my master's resurrection, and on top of that, you're going to abandon the 8 people here for the greater good of the world? Right, you should know what would happen if you came back. If you get resurrected here. I know, I'm already prepared to give my life. But will we be able to persuade the rest? Please, there has to be another way. Sora. I'll also tell you this. It's not just Yuki who will disappear when you graduate, someone else will too. Sora. What? In reality, Sora is, or rather, Akane Tara is brain dead. She's only able to be physically here because of the virtual world. The only place she can act is herself. Even if her avatar exists, the place her data is supposed to be stored in doesn't exist. When this virtual world disappears, the person as Sora will as well. Oh, that's right, her brain is in a vegetable state. You don't have to worry about me. The only thing that matters is protecting Yuki. Sora, what should I do? Now I know my life is meaningless, I was prepared to sacrifice myself. When I returned to the real world, for a moment I saw Utsuro in my blurry consciousness. If I wanted to, I could just drop everything and lay myself to rest. However, I chose to come back here. Now that I think about it, what made me wake up? Why did I come back to this virtual world? To save Yuki, to save everyone. What should I do? I don't know. I can't bring myself to choose either. If we choose graduate, Yuki's personality will die and Utsuro will take over. But the moment we press repeat, we'll all be trapped in this virtual world forever. Phew, what a dilemma. There's no time limit, so take as long as you need. Mikado's so calm, damn it, I can't think of a way out. This graduation exam, it really was checkmate from the moment we stepped foot in the trial grounds. I can't choose either one. If I choose repeat, I could save my own life, but... No, wait. Mikado's purpose is to revive Master Utsuro. Then why... What's that sound? Who just voted? Me, dipshit. Siobai. I want to get this over with quickly. This is honestly just becoming a big waste of my time. So what did you choose? Oh, no shit, that's just graduation. I don't want to stay in this hellhole. You damn fool. Fufu, it's only natural for Siobai to select graduate. It doesn't matter if this world has divine luck or not, or if Yuki perishes or not. It's simply not his problem. That's... And you're going to select it too. Yeah, me too, but... Shouldn't you want to graduate more than anybody else? You want the resurrection of Master Utsuro, or rather, you want the protection of divine luck back. Or you're planning on suffering and selecting repeat. Are you going to stay here until you lose your mind? Or are you ready to make a decision? Yeah, that's right. It's why I joined Avoid in the first place. Bravo! 2 votes already. 2 more and the graduation process will begin. No, please. No, no, no. I wonder what the others will do. You don't even have to ask. Yeah, this is the only way to stop him. Oh, it's excellent. 2 people are willing to stay in the Neo World program just to prevent the return of Master Utsuro. So we now have 2 votes for graduation and 2 for repeat. Sora, Yuki, and Yuriko, the rest is up to you. I'm going to be honest, I'm hesitant. I don't want to sacrifice myself for anything. But I don't have the right to sacrifice Sora and Yuki just for my own selfish desires. Am I doing the right thing? No, I can't hesitate. I have to do this. Yuriko. To be honest, I thought it'd be harder to convince you. You've changed, Yuriko Kabuya. Honestly, I don't know how bad Utsuro returning would be. But I promise we'd all get out of here together. We'll find another way. Even if I have to stay here forever, I won't die so easily. As long as I'm still willing, I'll force open a way out myself. If everyone chooses graduate, Sora and Yuki will die. I couldn't live with myself, it was my fault. 2 votes for graduation and 3 votes for repeat. Sora, Yuki, if any one of you selects repeat, the vote will conclude. Don't do that, are you crazy? I don't want to stay here forever. Please select graduation. No, don't pressure them, Miura. If you of all people tell them to graduate, they might do the opposite. They might choose to graduate on their own. That's ridiculous. Graduation is basically suicide for them. They can't choose graduation. That's also true. What? Oh, this really is tense, but will you really choose repeat? Sora, what is it? Thank you. Not just Sora, but everyone who's willing to sacrifice themselves. I know this is terrible. Because of me, nobody can go back to the real world. But you don't have to blame yourself. I'm in the same position. And it's as Tsurugi said, we need to prevent the resurrection of Utsuro no matter what. Yeah, I'm prepared for this. Even if I can't go back to my daily life, I'll... No, are you going to press repeat? Please don't. Wait. Hold on, Yuki. Huh? Can you wait a minute before you vote? Phew. What is it, Sora? There's something strange that intrigued me from a while ago. Do you feel it too? Something strange. Tsurugi said that Mikado intends to take over their bodies using the personality override using the graduation. But is that really true? I understand your hesitance, but this program is based on the Future Foundations model. It should work the same way. I'm sure that the only way to use personality override is by over half the students pressing graduate. Then why is Mikado subtly encouraging us to choose repeat? Explain. Just think about it. If Mikado was truly planning to use the graduation exam to override our personalities, if we choose graduation, our personalities will disappear. Why would he need to tell us that? That's incredibly suspicious. We surely can't choose graduate, right? Regardless of Mikado's intent, Tsurugi already explained what personality override does. Mikado was trying to hide that from us and didn't explain it at first. Even so, he just admitted it so easily. If you look back at what we've discussed so far, this is a well-thought out long-term, large-scale plan. Don't forget that Mikado dedicated his entire life to meeting Utsuro. If you consider his previous action, he's constantly lied and tricked us all before. You're onto something here. What benefit would we get from admitting to all that? Also, choosing repeat isn't something we should just do lightly. Everyone will be trapped here forever. But Tsurugi, Rei, and Yuriko have already chosen repeat. So if either I or Yuki choose repeat, Mikado's plan fails? Or is that really true? Mikado's been working on this plan ever since he existed, so why would he leave an option where he fails? So does that mean, wait, you're not going to choose graduation, are you? If you do that, our personalities will disappear. I know that, but there's still something. So I assume you'd be the one to see all the incongruities. Incongruities, that's a big word. First, allow me to argue back. I didn't remove the option to repeat because it's essential. My plan takes advantage of using the Neo World program, so there was nothing I could do to remove it. If I had just a little more time, maybe I could have changed it using my alter ego abilities. In part, my plan relies heavily on divine luck. It was necessary to put my plan into action as fast as possible, so our fortune does not disappear. Another point, I'm not exactly encouraging you to press repeat. I'm just encouraging you to vote quickly. Quickly? Everyone except Sora and Yuki has already made their votes. I've already won. What are you talking about, you've won? Because you simply can't win at this point. Allow me to explain the additional rule I didn't mention before. What? There's something else. As you know, upon graduation, Sora and Yuki's personalities will disappear. But if you press repeat, you'll return back to the virtual world. Isn't it so unfair? Although Sora and Yuki don't deserve a lose-lose situation. That's why I added additional functions. You could say I improved the graduation exam system. The moment the graduation is initiated, all the survivors will gain the right to live happily ever after in their own ideal world. What? In other words, when the personality override function is activated, you won't return to the real world. And if you press repeat, you will remain in the virtual world. What? We'll stay in the virtual world? You said we'd get out if we choose graduate. Lies, you're a liar. So you're messing with us, the entire thing was pointless, and we'll be stuck here either way. If that's the case, there's no reason to cast your votes. Why are you acting so calm? If he's telling the truth, we'll all be stuck here forever. It doesn't change anything. To press repeat is for you to remain in the virtual world trap. And to press graduate is to live happily ever after in your own utopia, the good ending. Your own utopia? What does that mean? Utopia. A utopia is a place your heart desires. Instead of going to the real world, you'll go to a personalized paradise inside the Neo World program. It's a world with no pain or suffering, and you'll spend eternity with the people you've longed for the most. Oh my god, Canada is going to be back. That's ridiculous. Why are you saying all this so suddenly? Besides, I wouldn't choose graduate just for that kind of fantasy. But it's not a fantasy. As soon as the graduation exam ends, you'll lose all your memories and be perfectly immersed in your own utopia. You heard me correctly. You won't even remember that it's not real, and you won't be able to doubt it. You just have to sit back and relax in a world you desire your entire lives. An ideal world? That makes no sense. It makes perfect sense. Yuriko, haven't you experienced it before? You never once doubted this place as fantasy when you lost your memories previously. You just accepted it as reality. Because your memories were modified, you never doubted your status as an ultimate student at Hope's Peak. You even forgot your own appearance and didn't even question all the false information I manipulated. In fact, if Nikkei hadn't have intervened at all, you wouldn't have even suspected this world was virtual. It'll be the same. You'll be trapped in your own utopia. Forget everything and accept your fantasy. Yeah, I know, you've been singing for like 5 minutes. It'll be your happy ending, so we'll never be able to return to the real world. I think you're all mistaken. Why are you all so obsessed with what's real? Huh? Do you think it's natural for a human to live in reality? I suppose you all get out of here. What awaits you? A harsh truth of reality. What more is there for you? Financial problems, health problems, arguments, violence? What reason is there for that a human would choose to live in such a harsh reality? You're being ridiculous. I refuse to listen to such bullshit. Yuki, I'm kinda tired. Go and press repeat. Don't be fooled by this bastard's words. Yeah, Yuriko said it before. As long as we're all here, we'll find a way out. But is that really true? How long would it take for us to find a way out? Yuki. That was making sense. We actually believe this virtual world to be real until we hear the truth from Nikkei. If we really go to a paradise, we'll forget everything and we can finally be happy. I like that. Wait, Yuki, it's a trap. God is trying to trick us into graduating. If that happens, Utsuro will be resurrected. But even if we choose repeat, we still lose. If we choose repeat, Mikado will lose too. Either way, we all lose. On the other end, if we choose graduate, Mikado gets what he wants. Wouldn't we all be satisfied that way? Yuki, please think carefully about this. If you choose repeat now, think about what will happen to your body. Mikado is trying to trick you with sweet little lies into choosing graduation. I'm lying? I assure you, I'm telling the truth. Your glorious utopia awaits. Damn. I mentioned this at the start of the class trial. Do you remember what I said? I told you I'd return you all to your peaceful daily lives. No way, what kind of peaceful life is a utopia? It's the only way for Yuki to be happy. This is the case for the rest of you as well. I'm being serious here. For the rest of us? Yuki, I'll ask you this just once in case. This once, just in case. If you select repeat, you'll be stuck here in the virtual world with nothing left. And you're somehow going to try and find a way to escape to the real world. Suppose you do find a way out. What will you do after that? What will I do? Of course, I know that doesn't change your situation. We'll still be trapped in the lab with not enough food for all the Foundation agents. It'd be almost impossible to escape. However, the fact still remains, we can't let that monster Utsura get resurrected. I wasn't asking you, I was asking Yuki. So what are you going to do? Well, I'd have my body back, and when everything settles down, I could try to return to my daily life. Eek, a demon? Oh dear, I apologize for that. Dear Yuki is so innocent, it's pitiful. What do you mean? I'll start with an apology. I'm sorry, Yuki. Even if you leave the virtual world, your plan would be impossible. What? As he said that, Mikado began to smile, and suddenly a screen descended onto the courtroom. And as soon as it stopped moving, an image appeared. Is that what Yuki looks like? This is the body you want to go back to so much. What? Is that Ika brain? Is this his brain? That's Yuki's brain in reality? Yes, I can only ask Kokoro for a hand with the process. Even though you're just a brain, you're technically still alive. You're not dead, don't worry. He's only a brain, but he's alive? Theoretically, if a constant supply of nutrients is maintained to your brain, it will be able to function normally. He's able to think, however, he won't be able to see, speak, or even hear. He's barely human at that point. This can't be real. That brain is me? How I can feel my hands, I can feel my body. Yuki's current body is just an avatar. It's brain-based, so he's able to feel those senses. Yuki's body in the real world, however, is a 1,500 gram chunk of meat. That's bullshit. Yuki, don't listen to him. If I'm lying, how come Tsurugi and Ray weren't able to find Yuki's body in the lab? The answer is simple. Yuki's not accessing the Neo-World program with connectors like you all. His brain is integrated into the machine itself. Yuki's brain is integrated into the Neo-World program itself? What have you done? Without doing so, I would never have been able to realize the power of divine luck inside the virtual world. Yuki's brain and Master Utsura's brain have similar internal structures. Yeah, I know! As I plan to do everything inside the virtual world, I didn't use Yuki's body on the outside, so I destroyed it, leaving only the brain behind. Of course, since I don't have a body myself, I asked someone for help. Shiobai Hashimoto, you bastard. You knew all along. That's obvious. The biological part was done by Kokoro, and Shiobai helped with the technical part. You fucking bastard. The contract we signed started you had to inform me of everything. This is why I despise criminals. What, you saying I should have an insurance policy? After all, would you have even come back if Yuki was basically dead? No, it can't be. That's not my body. Yuki, be conscious. He's lying. Trust me. If that's really true, wouldn't it be a contradiction to override Utsura's personality into Yuki's body? Huh? That's right. Mikado's been saying this entire time that Yuki's body is a vessel for Utsura. If Yuki's body doesn't exist, he won't be able to revive Utsura. When did I say I would override Yuki's body with Master Utsura's personality? What do you mean? I never said I would use Yuki's body in the real world. The hypothesis that I'm planning to use Yuki's body is of your own assumption. I never directly confirmed or denied it. What? Then why Yuki? No, before that, how are you going to revive Utsura without Yuki's body? Yuki fits well with Utsura in the physical and brain timing, but he's not protected by divine luck. All I need is the container to hold him to have divine luck, the brain anyway. For Master Utsura, I've prepared a body that would be much more suitable than an ordinary person like Yuki. A more suitable body, who is it? The person in the opposite position to Yuki. Yuki's all brain and no body. The person I'm talking about is someone with a body but dead brain. There's only one person left who fits those conditions. It has to be them. Is it me? You want to put Utsura's mind into the body of a Kanitara? What? Correct. Didn't I say it before? I don't just want Yuki's body, I want Miss Tara's too. Although brain dead, miraculously her body, her muscles, her organs, and her nerves are still functional. Yes, if you replace the software called the brain with a new one, it should be able to function again. Kanitara was with Utsura when he died, and I was with the closest person to him. Therefore, she should have been impacted by divine luck the most, meaning she's a perfect fit for Utsura's host body. Sure, why not? Well, amongst other reasons. After doing many calculations, I concluded that it would be for the best to override Miss Tara's personality with Master Utsura's. Wait a minute, then what is Sora? Her brain's dead, meaning she shouldn't have an avatar, so that's why you're choosing Akane's body. How is Sora here then? If she's not Akane's avatar, just who is she? Are you asking about Sora's true identity? Yes, I think it's about time to reveal what she is. Sora is... she's basically nothing. Huh? Aurora probably knows this, but during the preparation stages, I didn't reveal anything about Sora. I wasn't trying to hide anything, it's just because there was literally nothing to show. Sora's not human, she's just here to assist Master Utsur's resurrection in the Neo Wall program. She's just an algorithm, so to speak. What? She's an algorithm? Wait, so she's not a Kanetara? Miss Tara's been dead from the very beginning. It's impossible to connect her to the Neo Wall program. Instead, I created a blank personality and placed her data inside there. Maybe Sora's already felt this, but her memories of being a Kanetara felt unusual. An algorithm? I'm just an algorithm? Do you ever have a strange feeling during the killing game? For example, feeling your body is not your own, like it's moving on its own? Where's the matter indeed? Kaneda yourself admitted it. The case has been solved. There shouldn't be anything wrong. What is this feeling? I can shake off the feeling that I shouldn't let the trial end like this. Like as if some unknown force is behind me. What's this unsettling feeling? Now that Yuki is complete, it's my turn. After I went up the power room and witnessed Yuki running away from the crime scene, the first thought that came to me was that I couldn't just let Yuki be the blackened. What? I don't know why. Maybe it was from witnessing my friend committing murder. Or maybe it was something else. But I wasn't ready to let Yuki down just yet. So I believe it was Kanetara, and it's also possible that she attributed all those actions to Akane's personality. However, that's not the case. All of her actions were done to safeguard Master Utsur's resurrection plan. That's the entire reason for her existence. She's an algorithm with a directive to assist the process of the killing school trip. Not a program, not even an alter ego. It's impossible for her to go against her default algorithm. An algorithm that safeguards the killing school trip. That's exactly what Sora is. No, that can't be true. Sora? I don't understand. An algorithm? Isn't that just a program? Please explain. So is Sora an alter ego? Idiotic. She's just an algorithm going by the name of a Kanetara in order to help the plan progress. That's literally all she is. Nothing more, nothing less. The name Sora is just a temporary name that Yuki gave her. It's quite fitting. Calm down, calm down. Did I know what I was from the start and what I had to do? I expect this. Hard memories as a Kanetara, my entire existence being a mystery. But the fact that I'm not human, and I'm just an algorithm to safeguard Master Utsur's resurrection plan. If that's true, then all programs act using algorithms, and in principle, those are determined by default value. His body is simply a programmed algorithm. I'm just an AI. I have no emotions. I laugh, I gloomy, get angry, etc. Not because it's how I actually feel, it's because I was programmed this way. Everything I think and feel is fake. This isn't the time to worry. I must concentrate. I must save Yuki. I'm an algorithm called Kanetara. I can't go against this, can I? I just have to press fail. Empty. No, everything is empty. I'm a Kanetara. Empty. I am so empty. 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 Hey, press repeat. How long are we going to stand here? If only we press repeat, this all ends. Stop thinking about the future and I'll just focus on stopping Mikado Tsunoji. Unfortunately, that's not possible. Weren't you listening? Sora's here to safeguard my plan. She will press graduation unconditionally. She's supposed to press it. Her algorithm tells her to do so. What? So are you... Huh? Why are you saying that? I need to press repeat? Stop Mikado, save Yuki. I'm kinda tired, what are you doing? You just press graduate. I did? No, I'm still myself. I'm going to save Yuki. Sora, please wake up, Sora. Excellent. 3 for graduate and 3 for repeat. It's a tie. Only 1 vote remaining. So what are you going to choose, Yuki? Shit. Yuki, listen to me. Don't believe him. If Utsur comes back, the entire world will be in danger. No matter what, we must stop that. I can't. What? I'm tired of this world, of everything. Why me? Why do you have to carry such a burden? Why is everything down to me? Yuki! Doesn't matter what you say. In the end, Yuki is just an ordinary boy. His mind and spirit has already been shattered. He can no longer think rationally. You're the one who drove him to do this. So I say something. We need to convince Yuki. Please, we need you. My mouth won't move. No, not just my mouth, my entire body too. My thoughts are stopping. Yuki will choose graduate soon. The result has already been decided. Has my role in all this already ended? Is there nothing more I can do? I don't know. I think everything's fine, but everything feels wrong. I don't know. Yuki. What? What? Big bro? How Shinji, but he's dead? Ghost? You don't have to be to burden all this. You've done your best. Don't you deserve a break? What is this? Shinji's dead. A glimpse of Utopia. Just in case you didn't believe it yourself, I thought I'd show you firsthand. What Yuki is really looking for is somebody to follow. Maybe that's why Shinji appeared before him. Wait, bro. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, bro. Yuki, this isn't real, it's just fantasy. It's fantasy, but this is reality. There's no escape. From the moment you entered the Neo World program, it became your new reality. Don't give up. You already know Mikado can manipulate the virtual world, don't you? He isn't real. Why are you trying to deny reality? This is your reward. You've all been fighting so hard for a better world. Forget everything and just be happy. You could perhaps spend time with a lost friend. Wouldn't you rather be in a reality where they're with you again? A peaceful world? Shut up, shut up. Do you really think that will happen? Doesn't matter what you say, the decision's all up to Yuki. Yuki, now's the time to make your decision. You don't need to apologize, Yuki. It's for the best. Yes, thank you, big bro. No, Yuki! I would like to save. Okay, gonna end here for now. I mean, yeah, this is the same as like the fucking K6 in Danganronpa 2 and K6 in Danganronpa 1 and K6 in Danganronpa another. It's just like recapping everything we know for like 2 hours. It was really not very enjoyable. But now we're getting into like real stuff happening, so maybe it'll be better. I keep saying this every time. This whole like virtual world shit is just really stupid to me. I mean, I haven't been harping on it too much during the trial, but there's been so much stupid shit like all throughout. I don't know, man. It's hard for me to take it seriously. Anyway, gonna continue next time. Maybe it's gonna be the final part, actually. Probably, actually. Not sure. But anyway, yeah. See you next time.